Welcome to the Anti-Social Hour podcast. We've got hilarious stand-up comedian Jeremiah Watkins on this episode. You might know Jeremiah as the band leader for the Kill Tony podcast, and he was absolutely killing us with his Donald Trump impersonation. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think. It's the Anti-Social Hour. Let's go. All right, welcome to the Anti-Social Hour podcast brought to you by Big Laugh Comedy Network. We have an incredibly special guest, the world famous Jeremiah Watkins, also the band leader for Kill Tony.
What's up? How's it going, dude?
What up, dude? You're in Austin, bro.
It's happening. We're here. We're in the green room. We got this weird TRL setup right here. I have no idea what's happening already. I think Pung and I are completely confused. We didn't know it was going to be panel style like this.
That's actually Carson Daly. Please call Pung Carson Daly.
The jacket is Carson's for sure. This is good.
Speaking of Pung, what's up, man? How was the trip from Austin?
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
Drove down here, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, stayed at the Hilton.
Oh, staying at the Hilton.
Yeah.
Fucking fancy, dude. Where are you staying?
Looks like I'm paying Pung too much.
Should have stayed at the Fairmont, my guy.
I'm staying at a friend's house. Must be nice, Pung.
As always, we've got Joey the Fuck Smith.
Yo.
Joey the Fuck Smith in the house. And Jimmy the producer is off camera, where he belongs. So, Jeremiah, super stoked to have you on the show, dude.
Dude, me too.
I can't even begin to tell you. I cannot even. We're like...
Our chemistry is real strong already.
I feel like I'm getting lost in your eyes already.
Dude, I've been lost in your eyes for days. And I've only been here a day.
Joey let me in on a little secret.
Okay.
He let me know that you actually think I'm a man slut.
Oh, that was a text that was only meant for Joey. Because he said he got COVID test. I go, okay, well, all I got to worry about now is Davey. Because I know Pung is being safe. He's Asian, you know?
Right. Yeah. I don't know what that means, but yeah, cool.
Asian people have been wearing masks way longer than American people.
I was saying that.
They're way smarter about hygiene and stuff.
Yeah. They've been on that shit, right? Yeah. Do you normally wear a mask when you're in the airport and stuff? Like, is that just habit for you?
No, not for me, but a lot of Asian people.
But a lot of Asian people,
yes,
okay.
Yes.
So
it's just the pollution. If you go to China,
right.
there's bad pollution everywhere.
Oh, that's why they primarily do it, not disease. Just not they don't want to inhale carbon fibers.
Right.
Okay, all right, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay, so let's get back to Davey being a man slut. Please. My thing with you is you're an attractive guy. So I assume that you use it.
Yeah, you use it.
I'm just saying, like, when a guy looks like you, they tend to bounce around town
tend to poke a few different things.
Now, am I way off here?
Well, okay, I will admit that in my younger days, very much a man slut. I would even say man whore.
Pre-COVID? Okay.
Pre-COVID. I had a girlfriend pre-COVID. I just want everyone to know that. And I did not fuck around on my girlfriend.
Okay, that's good.
I feel like you might be implying that.
I feel like none of us believe
even with a girlfriend?
I mean, why would I say that on a podcast?
Why would I call you out like that?
Why would I do that? This is your show. I mean, I'm not
It's your show. It's your show today.
Okay, all right.
It's the Jeremiah.
You're the host today. Has sex with a lot of people. That's what I was trying to think. That's what I was thinking of. I mean, really, the necklace puts out vibes.
Yeah.
For me, it's the boots.
It's the boots. Check out those. What do you think of those boots, Jeremiah?
I think that you've never worked a day in your life in those boots. I think those came preconditioned to be a little roughed up, like when people get holes in their jeans and stuff like that. You definitely didn't earn those holes.
Stolen valor work.
And a factory carved them up up for you.
Yeah, they did. They totally did. And they've got zippers, so you know it's fake.
Yeah, easy access. Yeah.
Only the toe is scuffed. No,
the heel's kind of scuffed, dude. It's kind of scuffed up. All right.
Also, the ring, that also gives me certain vibes. Rings with a bracelet.
You know what? Actually, you're buddies with our guy, Tony Casillas.
I love Tony.
And I turned him on to the bracelet game. Tony has a bracelet now that he wears all the time. It's gonna be I gave to him.
Big bracelet guy this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm working with Tony in Fort Worth, and I might have to tell him to not wear the bracelet this weekend. I might have to be like, listen, dude.
The bracelet has brought him good fortune.
That's what he thinks.
That's 1,000 years.
That's that bro wizard energy that you're throwing at.
Look at Pung's bracelet. Look at the size of that thing. Yeah. That's got boulders on it, dude.
okay, but that looks like a family heirloom or something.
It is.
Oh, okay.
My grandma.
Is that like
Boom!
Oh,
You guys
wow.
twice have thought that I was racist, and I said no both of those times. I'm being historical, so don't be giving me those eyes.
Look at my bracelet. That might be a family
There's
heirloom.
no way.
Yeah, but
It's
what
not.
about when you
Is
ask...
your dad Ed Hardy? If so, then maybe.
Is my dad Ed You called that so well. You called that extremely well. Yeah. All right.
I do love that. But what about when you asked Pung if he had ever had a mask handed down to him throughout his family?
Okay, Joey, I did not say that on the podcast, so I don't appreciate that. And also, why do our mics look like vibrators and yours don't?
Right.
I don't know, man.
These are actually the good mics. These are the good mics.
They look solid.
We
Yeah.
gave Joey the shitty mic,
I have the one that's going to cut out the whole time.
Okay, cool.
which is great. It's actually perfect for him.
Perfect.
So what do you think? You've been to Austin before, right, Jeremy?
Many times. I love Texas is honestly, without like, even though I'm here, it's one of my favorite places to go. Houston, Austin, Fort Worth, Dallas.
How about San Antonio? What do you think about San Antonio?
San Antonio's all right.
Okay.
I'll say
Okay.
that. I don't like it quite as much as far as like just comedy cities. I don't like
Okay.
it as much as the other ones.
right.
But Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club, I had a good time there.
couldn't even make it to his
I'll be back there probably the next few months or something like that. So San Antonio, I love you too.
Now, you're probably saying that because you haven't gotten attacked by a homeless person here in Austin yet. Have you?
No, has that happened to you?
Yes, dude.
Really? Joey, has that happened to you?
No, but I heard the story. It was pretty...
No, I got
How recent was
accosted
it?
by, like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I parked my car literally right down the street, like next door to where we are right now, and was attacked by homeless people. They came out of nowhere, out of the alleyways.
Now, big question, mask or no mask? That's what I'm concerned about. Were they attacking you with like, social distance, like sticks and stuff like that? Were they beating you?
6 foot sticks poking at us?
Yeah,
No.
I mean, that's what I'm looking for.
We were in the car. Me and my girlfriend were in the car. The homeless people swarmed the car and just started banging on the windows and shouting at us. One of the guys shoulder checked the side view mirror and like knocked it out. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So now what do you say about Austin versus San Antonio?
Still a better comedy scene.
That's a very funny story. So I can't disagree. Now, last time you were in San Antonio, I want to get into this real quick. Last time you were in San Antonio, phenomenal shows. You were just killing the crowd. But I happened to be sitting front row for Jeremiah's show, and I got the shit roasted out of me for probably like 15 minutes.
It was a while. There is a clip on YouTube that we'll put in the description below.
Yeah.
The title of the clip is "Roasting a D-Bag."
Yeah, boy.
And this is before Davey and I knew each other.
Yeah.
And something in me that night, I was like, I gotta roast this guy. He can't. He's not saying anything verbally, but his entire aura is shouting out, being like, roast me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I had to. I went after you in a mostly polite, friendly way, but some of it was not the nicest.
He had a cheetah print blazer on, dude. We can just tear into him.
No, so I left the cheetah print blazer at home that night, but I was wearing sunglasses.
Yes.
And a very tight short sleeve shirt.
It was very tight.
Very
And
tight.
Anytime somebody wears sunglasses, I call them out. It's clockwork. If they're wearing sunglasses inside, it's backfired at me once. This lady said she was legally blind. I was like, whoopsie daisy. There's also a clip of that on YouTube.
Shout out Sonny G, real quick.
Yeah.
So
what did you do for that situation?
That one, she was actually really cool. She played along with me, and I actually asked for her glasses if I could put them on, and then they were so thick, like they were crazy thick, and she played along, and I was able to button it magically at the end, and no feelings were hurt, and it was a good time.
Yeah, I can't say the same thing for myself. Feelings were hurt that night. It was the greatest roast. I've never been roasted.
That was
that
Davey's
hard.
first credit.
Yeah, right. Has been roasted by Jeremiah Watkins,
Heck
world
yeah.
famous band leader of the Kill Tony Show.
I love it.
Yeah, no, it was great stuff. It was great stuff. Can't wait to have you back in San Antonio, man.
I'm looking forward to it.
I
had
honestly
good
can't
shows
wait.
there. The thing about San Antonio is they're rowdy crowds there. So like for what I do for my act, like I work off the crowd and I'm in and out of material the entire time. So I don't mind it too much because if people are being rowdy, I'm like, oh, you want to do this? Like this is what I do. So like let's go, let's have fun.
Well, like a lot of your set is improv, and that's the coolest thing about it. I was at one of your shows in Dallas, and you kind of called out a couple in the crowd. And they had a third lady with them, and you asked if they were in a polyamorous relationship, and all of a sudden it was just 30 minutes worth of, because they were swingers.
Nice.
They were actual swingers, which when I ask that question, it's usually kind of a cheap, easy joke. It's kind of like a quick laugh from the crowd. They're like, oh, he's commenting on this.
Yeah.
Never have I gotten, yes, we are in a polyamorous. I'm like, wait, what? Let's talk about this. So yeah, that was a fun show.
You know, Joey is also a polyamorous fellow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oui.
It's pretty cool. I don't like. It's not like a bragging thing. You know what I mean?
Oh no, it's a bragging thing. He won't.
At first it was because it's like the honeymoon thing, but now it's just like there's two people that never leave me alone, and so.
Yeah, do you have to? Your text message chains must be ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm in way too many group chats. I don't. We have like a relationship group chat.
That sounds exhausting. That sounds very exhausting.
Yeah, I muted it.
A lot of talking. I don't want to talk about my feelings with 5 people anymore.
Yeah, no, not at all. I just want to do that on stage when I can't see anyone, and it's just lights. That's the only time.
But Jeremiah's right. The San Antonio crowds do get extremely rowdy. And it's because
more
San Antonio
rowdy than other places.
Well, we just drink like crazy.
Yeah.
Like, we get real drunk in San Antonio.
Yeah.
I mean,
so the only reason why I say that I prefer some of the other cities, because some of the San Antonio shows that I have done in the past, it goes past the point of being able to riff on it, where I'm like, oh, you guys are just sloppy alcoholics. Like, I can't do anything with this if you're just like, the entire time. Like, I can riff on it for a little bit, and then I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to do the show now. I'm like, okay.
That was fun, though.
Yeah, that's us. That's exactly, that's a perfect impersonation of San Antonio. Just, fiesta.
Pung, have you done San Antonio?
No, I haven't.
We got to get him down there, dude.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
We got to get you down to San Antonio for sure. Now, Pung's originally from China.
Yes.
Yeah. Taking a lot of heat right now with the virus stuff.
Yeah.
I know, they're like the San Antonio of Asia right now. What's going on over there?
Have you had to deal with any, public, I don't know, like people attacking you for...
Actually,
Trumpers
no,
is what I'm trying to say.
No, I haven't. I was at an airport recently, and everybody's wearing masks.
Yeah.
So they had to like check your ID and like, sir, pull off your mask. Let me see if that's you.
Uh-huh.
And I showed my Chinese passport. I was about to pull off my mask, and they were like, no, you keep it on.
Keep that shit on.
We trust you.
We're good, bro.
And actually, you know what, on second thought, why don't you keep that on?
Yeah.
Keep that back on.
I think TSA is racist.
Yeah.
Oh, shocking. Really? They racially profile it? That's no. You gotta say it.
You might be the only foreigner they didn't make take something off.
Yeah, they gave them the clear check. They just like pushed like, right,
no, we don't need to do any cavity checks or anything. You're good.
Yeah,
You're
all
good,
the
bro.
Middle Eastern dudes were like, this is bullshit. Why are we getting the random searches?
Like, can you take your turban off? And he's just like, you didn't even see his face.
Now,
man.
with you traveling, Jeremiah,
I get racially profiled.
all the time.
All the time. Yeah.
Tall white guys just can't catch a break.
They're just like, we hate you, Ellen. You were our hero.
We loved you for so many years.
we hate you, Ellen.
Ellen has tried to, like, when somebody's gotten upset with her, like, dance just like a little bit, like
It's like, but what about some shimmies? Like, is that cool?
Are we good now?
Ooh, TikTok. You're on TikTok?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Are you doing the dances? You're a dancing fiend.
No, I dance a little. I put a couple. I put one out of one of my characters, Shanks. I was a body positive TikTok that I really liked because he's a thug, escaped convict, and it was all about body positivity and loving yourself, which is just so dumb because he's like the opposite of somebody who
That
you
needs to
think
be
that would come from.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
How'd that one do?
It did better on Instagram than TikTok.
Fair enough.
The video,
Fair
like
enough.
moving it from one to the other.
I'd love to see some Jack the Ripper TikToks.
Ooh, I
There
might
you
have
go.
to start doing that. Yeah, I do love Jack the Ripper.
You know, I watched an episode of Kill Tony recently, and it was the Billionaires band.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably one of my favorites that you do.
The one, just that character in general?
Yes.
Oh, then
Yes.
there's, I don't know if you've seen it. I did that Billionaire Character with Adam Ray, an episode of Jeremiah Wonders where I'm that character for a half an hour with Adam Ray as my son that I've never talked to before that's coming to ask me for money, and it's a very fun episode. And
We gotta check that out.
He's in full costume, and he has prosthetics on, and it's great.
What's the name of this episode?
Bruce Hardy Party Planner. That's so he's a party planner, and he hits up his father, who's been out of the picture.
Okay.
Reginald Fontaine.
There it is. With the fake mustache and the pipes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a monocle too, right?
Yep. You gotta have a monocle.
Gotta have the monocle.
You got
dude.
to.
You gotta be the Monopoly
If
man.
I ever reach a level in my life where I have that much money, I think you just inherit a monocle from somebody.
You just get it in the mail.
Right,
Like a
you just get
YouTube emblem.
yeah, they send you. The Better Business Bureau just sends you a monocle.
It's just the IRS.
Yeah.
So it's like, we checked.
Yeah, you're good. Now here's your monocle.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Punk, what's a sign of wealth in China? Like monocles for old white dudes in America. What's a sign of wealth in China? What do the crazy rich dudes have that no one else has?
Have you not seen the film Crazy Rich Asians? I mean, they laid it out all together right there.
I mean, is that pretty spot on then, I guess?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
pretty
so,
spot on.
yeah. They, the rich people, they love Audi for some reason. They really love
Audi, like the-
Audi cars.
like
yeah.
the-
Oh, wow.
Audis, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Those
cool.
are expensive. I mean,
They are
they're pretty nice.
crazy expensive for crazy rich Asians. That's
Yeah,
cool.
and it's extra expensive in China because of the tariffs. It's like 200-300%.
Oh yeah, we can thank Donald Trump for that one. Yeah. All right.
Speaking of him and TikTok, he
Okay.
has no more social media left.
Oh, Donald Trump.
I think
yeah.
Donald Trump needs to get on TikTok, dude.
Did he get banned from Twitter yet?
Like, I think it was like a temporary ban. I don't know if it's permanent or
He's
not. but-
banned from Facebook until after the inauguration. He's not allowed on Facebook at all. Hey, you
He's
do
kind of a repeat offender. I mean,
Him and my uncle, dude, like, they just need to get off of Facebook. Oh.
Listen, I've tried to tell people that they should follow me on the Twitter. They should follow me on Facebook. I keep getting banned. I keep getting removed. It's like people don't want to see me anymore. It's shocking. Supposedly, I lost the election.
supposedly.
I will say to the people who stormed the Capitol, you're good people, you're special, you're retarded. I love you, all right? But it's time to go home. Even though the election was completely rigged and you did a good thing today, you'll go down in history as some of the best, proudest Americans that I've ever seen.
President Trump, what a phenomenally inspiring message you have for us today.
So good, so good.
What do you think about jumping on TikTok, President Trump? You have any thoughts?
Well, we all know that I'm good at hand movements. And I think that, you know, as long as I get one of those editors, machines things, where people edit me in a way with the rap music and what's hip with the kids today, I think we'll be all right. I think that I'll have more following on TikTok than I ever did on Twitter. And honestly, I can get in so much crap in 60 seconds that it will do way more damage than the 140 characters, or I don't know, however many characters there are these days.
Now, President Trump, we've definitely seen your dance moves, but we haven't seen you do the whoa. Are you familiar with the whoa?
I'm not familiar.
Okay.
Please explain.
So the whoa is just a very simple dance move. You kind of point one way.
Is that
and
when
then-
you see a black guy across the street, you go, whoa? Is that... Because I've done that dance move for years. People know me for it. They love me for it.
It's sweeping America, the whoa dance move. Now, we've got a gentleman, Peng, here from China.
Oh, my God.
And I would love for you to just set the record straight about how you feel about people from China? Because we all know in our he's already going to get into it.
I mean, is it wrong for me to call it the Chinese flu? Is it? I'm asking a Chinaman to... Am I not supposed to say Chinaman? I'm not so sure. I'm shooting from the hip here. Is it bad to say Chinese flu?
Kung flu is funnier.
I can work with an Asian guy who tells me the right direction to head in. I can start calling it Kung flu. That's not an issue. That's not a problem.
Can you just say for the record that you love Chinese people? Can you say that for the record?
I love Chinese food. The people... I'm not so sure I can do it right now. They're very contagious. Their food is lovely, but their people are a little bit misguided.
Jeremiah Watkins as Donald Trump is probably my favorite thing. I can't even tell you how spot on that impersonation is. You get that request consistently when you're doing your stand-up now. Because it's just taken off. People love that shit.
It's taken off right in time for him to take off from The Office. Should have hit 4 years ago. But that's all right. People ask after shows because I've been doing on the road. I've been doing these Q&As lately,
right?
Rather than meet and greets after shows because COVID and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And people will ask for that multiple shows. Like I'm like, do you have any questions? And people will be like, do Donald Trump again, or can you say something else as Donald Trump? Because I touch on it just a little bit in my act, just enough to leave them wanting more. Right? Because I don't want to overdo it because it's one of those things.
I don't know if you can overdo that impersonation. Obviously, like I could have gone.
It's hard to say because there's a lot of people who love it, but then like there's so many people. Like I'll post some clips and like I probably shouldn't listen to that stuff, but people are like, oh, another Donald Trump thing. I'm like, but mine's really good. Mine's way better. Mine's way better than most people. I don't count as being hack if it's really good. Like the first guy to do the Arnold Schwarzenegger impression, he was really good. The first guy to do Christopher Walken, he was good. Let him do it.
Let me ask you: Do people get too excited about the Trump impersonation?
Well, that's what's interesting about depending on where I'm touring. When I do the jokes, it's the applause breaks that happen. I don't know if they're for the right reason. I don't know if they're just so excited because I do an impression that sounds a lot like them, so they're just a fan, or if they're listening to the context of the joke. But in a comedy setting, I'm like, I'll take whatever, I guess. I mean,
Okay, piggyback, flip side of that question.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever gotten upset at you for imitating Donald Trump?
Oh, yeah. It happens a lot, actually, when I do shows on the coasts, because those are the more liberal cities.
Sure.
So when I've done it at a lot of shows in L.A., when I've done shows in San Francisco or New York over the years, and I've done my Trump, they literally will shut off until they hear the joke. The setup, I've lost them. I've lost them on the setup.
Really?
But then on the execution, they'll be like, okay, I understand where this joke is coming from. But then, you get these libtards who don't want to listen to any of it. They hear trigger words. But that's sometimes people who are audience members, they get triggered by just words. Like any keyword. If you say a certain word, they're shut off.
Yeah.
They're not going to like the joke no matter what. So you have to just move on and not worry about it. Because people will get upset because... he's somewhat of a polarizing figure right now.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
So,
what about have you gotten Trumpers mad at you? Like Trump supporters?
No, that's what's funny about doing the impression. Even if I'm making fun of Trump and painting him to be a stupid guy
like
or
a buffoon,
whatever, they have the best sense of humor about it. They're still all about it. They're like, hey man, that was funny, man.
That surprises me.
You're supposedly making fun of the guy, but the liberals didn't like it.
Yes.
That's the irony.
That's what's because they're not listening. They're not listening. And then the guys who are supportive and actual fans, they're just happy that you're talking about them. They're literally just stoked.
We're just really glad you brought our guy up.
Yeah. He's like, that's my boy. Thank you for bringing him up.
Are you going to be doing the Republican convention next year? Are you going to...
Have you applied for that job yet?
Roastmaster Jeremiah Watkins, everybody.
I mean, you and Trump are about the same height, pack on a few pounds.
I'd have to get a big bodysuit. Yeah. I did another thing with Adam Ray. We did, in quarantine, we did a bunch of character episodes of Jeremiah Wonders. We did this thing called Two Trumps, where it's Trump and Trump interviewing each other and talking just about
fantastic,
stuff. And we did that for like half an hour, and we both went into makeup and we're very orange, and it was a lot of fun. That's another fun one to check out.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna post links to your stuff.
Oh, cool.
Because Jeremiah Wonder is a phenomenal podcast.
Thank you, man.
So we want to expose our very small audience to that.
There's like 56 new followers you might get.
Hey,
Joey,
dude, if they're solid, if they're loyal, I welcome it and I thank you.
There we go. See?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to do our part. We're going to do our part to support your Trump impersonation.
Awesome.
Joey actually does an impersonation as well. He does an impersonation of a guy from Philly that's just absolute trash. And he's been doing this impersonation for what?
About 26 years.
About 26 years.
Okay. About 26 years.
Dude.
So
fantastic. If you get Joey riled up, have you ever heard Joey's Philly accent when he gets riled up?
No.
Dude, it's great.
The only time I could have ever gotten riled up near you was when we were at that Jim's and that waitress was sleeping on the table.
That was upsetting.
So we went to Jim's. It was super late. It was after a show, and this lady, we order our food, and the lady's like falling asleep taking our order, and then we order our food, and we can see it in the window, and she's like sleeping on the table like this. And I went up to her, and because Jeremiah, I don't know if you know about this, he gets very upset. And so like, I'm just kidding.
I was like, hey, Joey, go handle this broad, okay?
But he was just kind of like, dude, I'm so hungry. And so I went over there and was like, hey, the skinny one of us, because we were with Tony Casillas, and I was like, the skinny one of us is diabetic and he's crashing. And if you could get that food out of the window, we'd be so appreciative of that. And she brought it right away, and I told Jeremiah that, and he was like, did you really say that? Did you really say that?
If it was a movie and Joey was going up to this lady and it panned over, I was like, and like so hungry, like from after the end of the night, just like needing food and sustenance, and like I looked over and I caught her going, oh no,
this lady's just trying to do heroin, and
then she was on it. Like we got our food immediately.
Well, it had been in the window,
sitting in the window. We're like, we know that's our food.
Yeah. But so Philly trash is I don't know. What do you guys want to ask a Philly trash guy advice or something? I don't know.
Maybe.
What's the best thing to get at Wawa?
All right. So first thing's the hoagie. You got to get the hug, and then soft pretzel every time. Birch beer, and that's it.
Hey, what do you think about tasty cakes?
Tasty cake, jelly crimpets. That's it. No other tasty cakes are allowed.
None of the pies.
They don't fry it. They don't fry the pies anymore, dude. I don't want any baked shit. If I want baked shit, I'm losing. I'm getting so. See, I'm really upset about the fried pies. So I want the baked pies back, man. Please.
Just go straight into the Philly trash accent. What do you think about the Cowboys?
Who's the character and who's Joey?
So meta. So meta.
Method acting now. So wait, what?
What do you think about the Dallas Cowboys?
Go Birds, dude. Go Birds. Michael Irvin, I was there and I laughed too, all right? So
I wanted to ask you a couple more things about your social media.
Yeah.
Because my introduction to your social media was seeing some very scantily clad pictures of you on social media.
Interesting.
There was one in particular, and I know it was a bit, but you were wearing a G-string.
That was one of your first.
That was one of my first exposures.
Well, I know how to get followers like Dave, you know.
Cool guy with leather boots.
Demographic check.
Loves dudes in tiny thongs.
So let me tell the quick story behind that photo.
Yes.
So my buddy Kevin Mack, he is a funny comic as well as a guy who is a good-looking dude like yourself. He's got a big following on Instagram, and he and I thought it would be funny if I posted on my profile if we swapped accounts for a day.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I got to take advantage of his profile. He posts all these sexy dude photos where he's like showing off abs and flexing and stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm going to put a gross picture of myself.
It was so disturbing.
In a G-string. On a bed. Just looking back.
It was just like this.
And the bed was unmade, so it looked like my gay boyfriend had taken the photo. In the bed. In reality, my wife took it.
Your wife took that picture?
My wife took that photo for me.
Did she like the thong? Did she like the G-string?
No.
She about it?
No, she wasn't about it. She knows it was for a bit. Like, I wouldn't like put that on to be like, hey, you ready?
You want to do this?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Because
I have.
That's not my game.
I totally have.
I'm not surprised.
Have you ever done anything that's brought your wife to the point of like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like
taking it too far with her?
I don't think, not off the top of my head. No, she's pretty cool. I mean, if she's married to me, she's got to be pretty cool.
That's badass, dude.
With stuff. I think that she will politely put in her 2 cents, like, just be aware, like, this is where I'm coming from as a woman on this joke. Just so you know, like, this is like, so she'll tell me some red flags every once in a while, but I'll show her certain bits or videos before I post them. And I'm like, is there anything too problematic in this video? And she'll be like, you might want to take this out. I was like, thank you. I love you. I appreciate that.
Wife
just like
/ PR.
Yeah, just it helps with context, just to have, a point of view of a woman like involved with stuff. So for that, like, she thought it was funny and she like got the joke and stuff like that. So I posted a pic. So when Kevin took over my Instagram profile, he posted a gross pic of him naked behind like a Harley with like an actual rainbow coming through the sun in the background. Like he caught an actual like amazing photo.
Wow.
And both of us lost so many followers. So quickly, because on my page, it's, my page is Jeremiah Stand-Up. People are looking specifically for comedy. They're not looking, the bros that follow me are like, I can't handle this. I just felt a tremor in my dick and I don't know. What's going on? I better not follow this guy. I'm questioning my sexuality. This isn't a joke.
I don't like this at all. I don't like how my dick is reacting.
I'm feeling things. So he actually had one of his sponsors on Kevin's page email him and threatened to drop him because they saw my gross butt and naked body on his profile. And he goes, hey man, I know this is a funny bit and everything, but now like we're getting like money messed with. So he's like, we gotta can this bit. And he lost like I think 1,000 followers in a couple hours, and I lost.
Whoa, dude!
I lost like 300. Like that.
People hated your thong ass that much.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Was it the boxer company that has like the special like pocket thing? Is that they were like, look, if he was in our boxers in this picture, that'd be fine.
No, that's Sheath. They're very supportive of my endeavors.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sheath.
Sponsor the
underwear.
Sponsor the podcast.
Yeah,
absolutely. Exactly. Hey, Jimmy, what are we at right now?
We're at 34 minutes.
Oh, cool. Perfect. So we've got some more time. Awesome. Okay. Man, that one just blew my mind, dude. Okay, I got to reset for a second because Pung's got a good story.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let's hear Pung's story real quick.
All right.
Very on the spot.
Tell us your story.
Okay, I was telling him about it because I came to this country 10 years ago. I went straight to Alabama.
Oh, you went to Alabama first?
Yes, I went to Alabama.
Your flight just landed there?
Well, I landed in Dallas first, and then I moved to transferred to a smaller plane.
Okay.
To Montgomery.
Oh, you flew into Montgomery, Alabama, a little puddle jumper.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Montgomery,
dude.
Alabama.
Oh yeah.
Went there for college.
Was that War Eagles or something?
Yeah. War Eagle.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah. First year school, they took us on the bus. It was Martin Luther King's Day. Took us on the bus to see Miss Rosa Parks Museum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the whole time I was thinking, man, last name Park, who's a sassy Korean lady? She sat in the front row seat and wouldn't leave, refused to leave. I'm like, classy Koreans.
Dude, can I just throw in that you knew more about his like college culture than you did his actual culture? Like, you were like the War Eagles on Pennsylvania Avenue. And
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
He was like, "What do rich Asians like?"
Yeah, but after I graduated, I couldn't find a job. So I went to this Air Force Base, an Air Force Base in Alabama.
Okay.
And they have a Japanese restaurant, and they wanted me to be the sushi
Yeah,
chef.
I knew it, dude. They just saw an Asian and they were like, you know how to make sushi, right?
I'm like, no, I don't know how to make sushi. Like, can
Dumplings.
Yeah. They're like, can you speak Japanese? I'm like, I know a few phrases here and there. Like, but can you do the accent? Can you do Why do I have to do the accent? They're like, oh, there's a lot of officers from overseas. They station in Japan and they come over here. They want to like taste authentic Japanese.
Yeah.
Like if they stationed in Japan, they knew my accent's weird. Like, why do I have to do? But I was there for like a month. I learned how to make sushi.
Oh, so you took the job?
I did.
Oh, hell
That's
yeah.
awesome.
The principal's out the window,
Like, I was just eating there. And they were like, you want a job?
They actually just started dressing me.
We haven't seen one of your kind in forever.
You know what's really crazy? They actually caught a spy from North Korea in that same Air Force Base. They caught a spy from North Korea.
No way.
Yeah, that guy was
Kim
like,
Jong-il's guys?
So that guy disguised as a portraitist or paintist, right? He was painting portraits for all the high, officials.
That's the other thing super rich American dudes get.
Undercover for like 10 years.
Portraitists. Yeah. 10
How did he get
years
caught?
undercover.
Yeah.
Great.
It's a phone call.
I don't know. My boss at the restaurant was from South Korea. I don't know if he like told him.
Oh, you think your boss snitched on him?
Snitched on him.
That's a North Korean if I've ever seen one.
This is our territory. You got to get out of here. This south side right here. So
Wait, hold up. I'm sorry. Your boss was South Korean, operating a Japanese restaurant,
Exactly.
employing a Chinese
Yes.
sushi chef.
Asked you to do the accent.
Asked her to do the accent.
wow.
Just racism on racism, hate crime on hate crime on hate crime. That's impressive. That's great.
What was your first job?
I thought you were going to say, what was your first racist thing? My first job was technically I was a caddy out at a golf course. My uncle was he's like an amateur golfer, really good, and he was like the club pro. He was like one of the club pros there. And he got me a job as a caddy, and I never played golf. And so every once in a while, someone would be like, what do you think I should use here? I'm like, whatever you think.
You know what? I don't know. How many yards out are we? Which way is the wind blow? Just ask a lot of questions.
I'm like, I'm more of a mule. Like, I'll carry your bags, but I'm not like,
Was there anyone cool you ever got the caddy for?
Nobody that would be known. Like the only cool, there's old rich white guys who would get me Gatorades, and I was like, this guy's the best. But yeah, that was about it. I never worked there long enough to graduate to being able to operate the carts there.
Oh.
I was just like on foot, and they wouldn't let me. I was like 15 at the time, and they're like, you have to be 16.
Listen,
to drive the golf.
You gotta
carts
have some
around here.
seniority to drive this bad boy around. All right.
Yeah,
I love places that have rules like that, but also have alcoholics that do it. And they're just like slamming them. And they're like, whatever.
Oh, for sure. I saw so many old white guys' penises that would just. It was an all-male course, and they would just be like,
oh shit.
So they would no women allowed. So they would just pee wherever they wanted to because it was a boys' club. So they'd literally, I'd be caddying for somebody, and they'd just be whipping their dick out. And they're like, I'm just gonna piss right here. I'm like,
Wow.
so.
Ew.
I did tons of like odd jobs and stuff as a kid. Like I was always working like shoveling drives and mowing lawns and stuff. But the first time that I got paid from like a company was that golf place.
Nice.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah.
And how long did you work there? You said
Only like a year, and then I worked at an Italian restaurant after that.
Oh, so you went from caddying to working at Italian restaurants and working with mobsters, dude.
Yeah, the guy who worked there, he was a nice guy, but when he got too drunk, he would like yell at us at the end of the night, and it was terrifying.
Wait,
It
what?
was scary.
Where was this?
is in Kansas City, so you
This
never
is in
know.
Kansas City?
Yeah.
Italian mobsters hanging out in Kansas City? I mean, the
there's
male
a lot of
only,
history there. There's
the
a lot of
men's only
history.
golf course makes a lot of sense in Kansas City, but
Yeah.
Italian mobsters.
Yeah.
Now, are you a Chiefs fan?
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Dude, this is your year, dude.
I mean, last year
Well,
was
last
our
year,
year.
obviously,
This
yeah.
year is looking really good. We'll see. It's shaping up to be a good season.
Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid have that chemistry. Kind of like you and me, dude. You know? Like, which one of us is the fat old mustachioed man?
I mean,
I'm going to go. I'll take it. You can be Patrick Mahomes. That's cool.
All right.
Or maybe we just say
you
Joey.
have more of his body, but I'm shifting into more of the Andy Reid body.
I did have a question for you. Very serious question, because you know Joey. You know Tony Casillas. Both very good friends of the podcast. Joey's our co-host.
they're not the same person.
I was literally about to ask you. They kind of are the same person, but one of those guys is definitely fatter. And who do you think it is?
Oh,
who's fatter?
This is an important question.
Joey Smith or Tony Casillas?
The name that came to mind right away was Tony.
And I knew that was true because someone fatter than me told me the other day that I was only half fat. So I was like, I don't know what that means, but I'm using it.
Are you guys similar in weight?
No.
Well, they're similar in weight, but not height, because Tony's like 6'1".
Yeah, I know. He's a
Yeah.
tall guy.
Yeah, he's got more weight, but he's also got way more height, so he carries it way better.
Yeah.
Way better.
So, but somehow
You have a thinner head, though.
But is it just Tony's swoopy haircut that makes his head look fat? Or
He's always had that head, dude.
He just has a
Seventh
giant
grade.
I think he's just got a bigger head. Yeah.
Yeah, just a massive head.
You also have, I don't know if it's the way you shave, you have a more pronounced jawline than Tony.
Right.
If I didn't have my beard, I'd look like a lesbian. There's
he
really
does.
no.
No, he totally does.
Just
We've seen the
Rosie
pictures.
O'Donnell. Go to my LinkedIn.
Check it out.
Nice.
Check it out. Yeah, we
Go to
talked about that on the
go to my OnlyFans.
Just me shaving and crying.
Yeah, well, the neck beard. I mean, you're saying the neck beard actually works.
It covers the
Oh,
chin.
it helps. No, for sure. No, it's a
Your beard's coming in real
it's a
nice.
fat guy life hack for sure.
Life
like
hack.
if it's edged up right, then like people who don't have jaw lines, it's all of a sudden it's just a shading thing. Like it's people like who if you tan right and you shave right, you can look like you have a six pack and
This
you
is
don't
true.
have a six pack.
He's right.
Whoa.
No, he's right about that. Yeah,
That's true.
I've had to adopt that strategy in my later years.
Yeah.
So
And this is
thanks
coming
for-
from the most pale white
Thanks
guy.
for-
Like I've done studies. It is possible out there to potentially have a six pack. It's a real thing.
You gotta swoop your hair after you do it.
It's like women put makeup on their chest to make like they have a cleavage.
Oh, dude, now you're giving away trade secrets, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
contour titties.
Yep, just the triangle, the focus.
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't want to be racist about it. He just literally whispered ancient Chinese secret in my ear. He literally just did that.
That did
dude.
not happen. Punk. I
Wow,
want you to know
baby.
that. I want you to know that. And I did not call you a Chinaman. I didn't do it.
That was Trump. No
That
one
was
in this room
That was
did
Trump.
that.
Yeah, that was Trump.
I found that disgusting, but
That was abhorrent. It really was.
Jeremiah's like, what are you gonna do?
Trump strikes again.
Now, Punk, we haven't asked you yet what you think about Trump. What are your thoughts on President, soon-to-be ex-President, Donald Trump?
Dude, I don't want to get kicked out of the country, man.
But he's about to get kicked out of office, so you're good now.
I'm good.
You're good. You're good.
Four more days.
Yeah.
4 more days.
That's so funny. Starting that chant. That's so funny. 4 more days.
Yeah, he's on his way out, man. So you'll be safe.
That says it all right there.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah, all right. Guys, thanks so much for being on the podcast. Jeremiah Watkins, amazing. As always, the man, the myth, the legend. What do you have coming up, dude? You got anything cool coming up?
Well, my special is out now. My debut 1 hour special is out now on Amazon Prime.
Very funny.
Jeremiah Watkins Family Reunion. And I'm just going to be touring and stuff at the moment. I've got a lot of fun podcasts and
Where can we
new
find you?
stuff that's releasing online soon that I'm excited about.
Ooh, little teaser.
Later in the year, I've got some fun roles that'll be out.
Hell yeah.
role or two that'll be in a TV or a movie that I can't talk about quite yet. So I'll post about it later. But
can you just do the Jack the Ripper one time for me?
I'm Jack the Ripper.
Yes, dude, yes. I needed that so much. I needed
yeah, Jeremiah's stand-up on social media, and I gotta give props to Pung. I have toured with him a couple venues throughout Texas, and he's one of my favorite people to work with. So look up all his stuff, look up his stand-up. Like, he's hilarious on this podcast today, but like, if you're checking me out, like, my seal of approval, 1,000% for Pung, and I'm excited to do shows with him this weekend.
Pung, where can we find you then?
Social media, Instagram, Facebook, at PENGDANG, Pung Down Comedy.
Awesome, dude. Awesome.
Heck yeah, man.
Joey the Fuck Smith.
This is Joey Smith on Insta.
I'm Davey Jax at Davey Jax. Thanks to our producer, Jimmy the Foot Smith.
Yes.
It's been real, y'all. Peace.
It's gun time.
It's gun time. It's gun time. It's gun time, baby.
Choppers, no helicopter.